any other business, the culinary scene is constantly adjusting to changing quarantine policies. To talk about changes in the country's cooking industry during this pandemic, as well as his own food journey, we're joined by chef and restaurant consultant Sharwin Tee. Chef Sharwin, thank you so much for joining us. How is this current pandemic, the lockdowns, the limited capacity of indoor and alfresco dining changing how Pinoys go to and how they eat?
Thanks for having me, Rico. Apart from the financial effects, I think that it's really changed the way we look at the business model of restaurants. Now we have to it sort of pushed us to go into studying more about technology, doing more online deliveries, and also looking into more alfresco dining. So it's really changed the way restaurateurs have looked at the business model of opening restaurants.
So what is your advice now to chefs and restaurateurs who are confused on what should they do next?
Well, the first thing is you have to make yourself uncertainty proof, meaning because there's always changing things with the government regulations, with ECQs and things like that. So you have to make yourself more uncertainty proof. So shore up on your delivery system. And you also have to train staff. No? The new phenomenon now is that customers are more easily agitated, probably because of the situation. So the staff has to be trained to be a lot more patient, to be a lot more efficient. Because, of course, employment has been scaled down. No? So, servers, cooks, they have to be more efficient now.
All right, you're known for your Filipino and Chinese dishes. What are your favorite Filipino Chinese dishes?
Well, at the end of the day, a chef always wants home-cooked food. So I always go back to kiampeng. This is our family's favorite dish. It's a braised pork rice that most Chinese families will have a recipe of. And of course, our family has one as well.
And you've traveled the world, chef. Written about your food journeys. Let me ask you, not Chinese food, if there was one Filipino dish that you would like to showcase worldwide that is not adobo, sinigang, lechon, crispy pata, or bololo, what would that be?
Personally, my favorite Filipino dish is sinuglao. So it's sinugba and kinilaw combined. And it's a very, very strange combination. But, right now the world wants unique. And our sinuglao is actually something that is very, very unique. Not too many cuisines around the world feature a hot grilled item over a raw marinated dish. So I think that's a good dish to introduce.
That's a good one, chef. But when all is said and done, what will it take for Filipino food and restaurants to multiply in key cities around the world like Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, and Thai?
I think we're getting there. I think one of the things that we need to understand is that opening Filipino restaurants abroad doesn't mean you have to stay true to the traditional Filipino style of ingredients, cuisine, techniques. We have to be more open to changing slightly some parts of the dish to be able to cater to the foreign crowd. But making sure at the same time not changing the essence of the dish.
All right, now I have to shift a little bit from cooking because I've watched some of your YouTube videos and you also do K-drama reviews. What are your thoughts of the Squid Game, which is such a popular series right now on Netflix?
Yeah, Squid Game is actually the most popular K-drama in 90 countries. So it's actually really amazing. But also, I think it's a very important social metaphor for wealth distribution and things like that. So I think that's why it resonates so much. Now, apart from the horrible violence that is portrayed on screen, I think it's also hitting people hard because it's very close to reality, but also at the same time, you can still escape reality by watching it.
And you know what? Because of the violence, I fast-forwarded it until the very end of the series. Thank you.
That's part of it. You have to watch it.
Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word, Chef Sharwin Tee.